Good morning, my dear students. In the last class, we have completed our chapter, A Letter to God. Isn't it? So, you must have read the whole chapter. Was it difficult? No, not at all. So, now we will summarize the topic so that you will have a clear idea and write any type of question comes from this chapter. Now, you can also help me. Look at your book, go through the chapter again and again and help me in summarization. First, think about the beginning. Who is the main character? Lencho. Lencho was a poor and hard-working farmer. Then, he had a small piece of land which gives good harvest every year. So, Lencho lives a happy life. With his family. Once, then this is about happy life of Lencho. Then what happened? Once there was hailstorm. All the crops were destroyed. So when all the crops were destroyed, what will be Lencho's condition? Was he happy or sad? So his happiness turned to sadness. So what did he do? He had nobody to help him in that difficulty. So he thought of God. Only God was there to help him. Write down in your copy. Wrote it? Okay? I am wiping. So only God was there to help him. So what did he do? He wrote a letter to God asking him how much money? 100 pesos. Very good. 100 pesos. What is peso? The Latin American currencies, like our Indian currency rupee. So he asked for 100 pesos. Why? To manage his family for a whole year and to sow his field again. Then did God help him? The postmaster got the letter and replied it with sending 70 pesos. Was it sufficient for Lencho's purpose? No. Then what did he do? Again he wrote a letter. He wrote the second letter to God. Why? Asking for rest amount. What was the rest amount? 30 pesos. So, did God give a reply? We will just guess. So now, he wrote the second letter to God asking for rest amount 30 pesos, but he told God not to send money through mail. Why? Because he described the post office employees as dishonest person. So this is all about our lesson, a letter to God. Now it will help you to comprehend, to understand the chapter very clearly, isn't it? Yes. So now our chapter is over. Also we summarized the chapter. Now I will give you some tips to attend the subjective questions. You know, from prose lesson, 2 subjective questions are coming in the board exam which carries 5 marks each. Isn't it? So, when you will attend the subjective questions, you must remember So when you will first find the subjective question which carries 5 marks, in your mind, first you will think of the concept. Then when you will think of the idea, then remember in which paragraph it lies. এই क्वेश्चन आंसरटा को पैराग्राफ रे अछि मने पकेइबो तापरे कोन करिवो ट्राई टू आंसर इन योर ओन वर्ड्स बहिर वर्ड को रिपीट करिवो नाही निज भाषा रे सिंपल लैंग्वेज रे तुमे लिखिया को ट्राई करिवो try to answer in your own words. Avoid writing in direct speech. Always use indirect speech. Don't write the sentence in direct speech. Then take care of spelling error and tense. स्पेलिंग एरर प्रति सब ध्यान दब कारण केतटा 3टा स्पेलिंग एरर हेले गोटे मार्क कटि जिवो तेणु 5 मार्क तुम स्पेलिंग एरर पर जेमति मार्क न कटे. सो टेक केयर ऑफ स्पेलिंग एरर एंड टेंस फॉर्म भी ठीक से लिखिबो. रिवाइज आफ्टर राइटिंग. लेखि सारा पर थरे रिविजन करने कम से कम 40 मिनिट रखिबो. So this is about the subjective questions. Then vocabulary. You must know the vocabulary used. So many vocabularies are there in this chapter. There are synonyms, antonyms, and the difficult words or glossaries. So many difficult words are there. We can practice. Approach. We can match the column A with its meaning in column B. So approach, then crest, amiable, downpour, friendly, heavy rain, come nearer, top. Who can say what is the meaning of approach? Tell. Come near, crest, top, amiable, friendly, and downpour, heavy rain. So there are so many vocabularies. I gave only one example. Then language work also. You can practice. There are two sentences which we can join making one a relative clause. My mother is a good cook. She is going to host a TV show. So here, in these two sentences, first we will mark which is the common noun or noun phrase. Here my mother is a noun and here she is a pronoun which is written for mother. So from these two words, she, the pronoun will be replaced by a relative pronoun who. Now the second sentence is a relative clause. Who is going to host a TV show? Then to whom this clause is modifying. You know the relative clause always modifies a noun. The relative clause or adjective clause, the function of adjective is to modify a noun. So the adjective clause or relative clause, it also modifies a noun mother and it is known as antecedent. So this clause will be used just after the antecedent or noun and it will be kept within two comma. So my mother who is going to host a TV show is a good cook. So my mother comma who is going to host a TV show comma is a good cook. And in this process we can practice a number of questions. So in the next class we will practice more and you will also do it at home. So this is all for today. Thank you very much. Goodbye.